Now that I've explained class abilities and major IDs, it's time to cover elements and find out if they truly matter. There are 5 elements in the game: Earth, Thunder, Water, Fire and Air. Every element has a weakness and a strength, as you can see here. Every element is also associated with certain stats. Earth is strength, poison, thorns and more melee damage. Thunder is dexterity, mana steal and faster attack speed. Water is intelligence, mana regen and spell damage. Fire is defense, health, lifesteal and exploding. And air is agility, walk speed and reflection. Now that I've explained the basics, let's look at how you can get more elemental defense and damage. Other than getting better gear, there are 4 ways. The first one is the easiest. In your ability tree you have these 5 nodes that grant you additional elemental damage. On average you're going to have 2 of those activated anyway, so if you have a spare ability point and need some extra damage, this wouldn't hurt. Next up are consumables, but specifically these 5 potions. They are very cheap and sold basically everywhere. You can also craft scrolls, food or your own potions, but you'd have to level up your professions and gather up ingredients, so it's just easier to buy those potions instead. And the third way is your skill tree. Upgrading a skill also increases damage for a certain element. As of now, you get 200 points in total, which is more than enough to upgrade. And the final way is powders. Powders are special items you can find in chests or get from mobs. They can be used in crafting or applied to your gear via powder masters to give it more elemental defense or damage. And you can combine powders of the same type, so you'll get even more stats when you apply them. Stats aren't the only thing that you get from powders. If you apply 2 powders of the same type, your item will also get a powder special. You can charge the special by hitting mobs with your main attack. And your attack speed actually doesn't matter. Your special will charge at roughly the same time. And now, let's quickly go through all of the powder specials. The first one is the Earth special. It's pretty simple. It creates a shockwave that damages mobs around you. And the shockwave can also trigger mana steal and lifesteal. Thunder special is next. It launches a thunder attack at enemies that can bounce up to 9 times. Water special doesn't actually deal any damage itself. It curses enemies instead, so they receive more damage for a few seconds. Fire special works a bit like the Earth special and deals damage around you, but it also gives you a damage boost for a few seconds. Allies will also get this damage boost if used near them. Wind special traps mobs in the air for a few seconds. Mobs that are attacked while trapped will receive more damage and get untrapped. You can also combine this with spells to deal even more damage. And as for armor specials, they are passive. They all boost your damage under specific conditions, like killing mobs, wasting mana, taking damage or being near mobs. So, in the end, do elements matter? Should you go for any specific ones? The answer is no, kind of. Elements only matter in niche cases, like if you have negative elemental defense or if a spell has high elemental conversion. So don't go all out on one element, just focus your build on 2 to 3 elements, apply powders and you'll be fine.